We simply couldn't. But here's the good news. With everything that we're going through right now, we're getting all of this corrected to validate that we're set up for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years, to get us from where we are now to 2 billion, to 3 billion. We've brought in one of the top global supply chain consulting firms. These gentlemen are actually in this room here today. Raise your hand, guys, would you? But to go back to what I said in the beginning, the problems that we're trying to solve is not rocket science, but we do want to validate that as we're making changes that will affect how the business is structured over the next several years, that they can validate that what we're doing is best in class, and they can kind of nudge us here and nudge us there. So we will get through this. We will be through this before the end of the year. We're almost out of it.
And we'll be better as a result. That's the good news.
Yes.
We're going to be better as a result.
We are learning from our mistakes and from steps.
That was my question. Hi, I'm Trudy Hedgehog from Tennessee. Out in the middle of nowhere, 100-acre farm. To lead into that question, I have a lot of young consultants who cannot afford to say, oh, buy the redefined regimen, you get your AM and PM cream, and I'll buy that, the toner, the #1. And that's what they're facing. They're losing, like this month, 10 PC orders because they don't want to spend on a redefined regimen, even though it makes sense to all of us to do it. How do we help our consultants with those types of questions that they're getting from their customers? And so they're losing out on orders, on revenue, and on lead the way.
Yeah, it's a really good question. And I might turn it back. If you were still at the mic, I might ask you another question back. And ask you, are those customers part of the PC Auto Ship program?
Yes.
So if they are a part of the PC Auto Ship program, they should be getting those orders. We have set aside enough inventory to support the PC Auto Ship.
I know about the PC Auto Ship order because, I mean, I'm going to keep it real. I have a PC that happens to have 4 body moisturizers in their cart. I know to never take those out because it's out of stock, but because it's already in there, every month I'm getting those moisturizers. Same thing with the Sunless Tanner, I'm just telling you. It's the truth. So unless, before it went out of stock.
Yeah, don't tell them that. That's funny.
I mean, we got to keep it real. So unless those AM and PM cream were in the cart before it was out of stock, they can't put it back in.
I hear what you're saying. So for those people, I mean, one of the things we've talked with many of our Voice of the Field committee members. These are our RFX leaders that we consult with several times a month. This is not a challenge that we're not having conversations with those leaders about. It doesn't mean that this is going to be a temporary pain point for you. What many are doing is finding an opportunity to introduce them to other products. And I know you're doing that, but I've heard from others that this has been a great chance for me to introduce them to some of the other products in our portfolio. They love this, and I get that when you love a product and it's not there, that's painful. But this has been an opportunity for some of those other people that have just been proactive, and they're expanding the portfolio to introduce them to that, and it's been a great opportunity for people to do that. Not a good problem by any stretch, we'll never call it that, but it was an opportunity to introduce them to something else while there was this temporary absence.
Like an 8-year-old kid with the eye cream and macro exfoliator support kit if you want an eye cream.
So one thing I was just going to add around the service side, which doesn't answer it either, at the end of the day it is a pain point, is that I find so much of customer service is, and you guys know this much better than I do, but it's so much about setting expectations. It's amazing how patient and willing people will be versus surprise. Nobody hates worse than the thing, especially in our business, we have a personal consultant. You're thinking, why do I have you as my consultant if you're not even letting me know what's going on so I can plan? Which is not to say for 1 minute that saves them, but it is to say I know with customers or gazillion years of dealing with them that, you know, ultimately they will stay with me longer if upfront, which is a hard decision to make. You're thinking, God, should I say something or should I just hold my breath because it could come in the next week and just hope I can hold out? I think as best you can, my advice be to set the tone for them and let them know this is a great scenario, not for you, it's a bad scenario for the company, it's a great scenario because you love the products we have, and we're gonna continue to innovate more because of the success we have, but I'm gonna need you, should you love these products, to hold with me and help us get through the next 90 days. And I'm gonna do everything in my power to make this as, you know, feel as little pain as possible, because that's true, that's honesty.
Right. Thank you.